Gameplay is finally here for Star Wars Outlaws, and today I'm going to break it all down. I've already watched it, but we're going to break it all down. So, this is just a cutscene. I'm going to skip ahead. We've got Nyx here, cutest creature ever, basically. Yeah, we're going to show you all the details that you missed about this. So, okay, here's where the gameplay begins, and it's stealthy right now. You just take the pike down, not too much to that. But then over here, I mean, the world looks great. It looks packed, and it's an open world game. So this looks like it's going to be incredible. You crouch behind here, and now Nyx, you can get Nyx to go attack them or distract them or press a button, which if you see here, it alerts you that these two are connected. So they go over there, and then it comes back to Kay, who's the main character here. You can just hop on and ride it. Yeah, we've got an A-Wing, we've got TIE fighters that the Pikes were dismantling, that I think is a mining guild TIE fighter. A ship leaving over there. It's very immersive. You can probably go up to that higher area. And there's Pikes having conversations and just walking around, and plenty of things. Then, now everyone's alerted of your presence, so you can leap over that and get running. And then with the shield, you can change it to stun, focused, or the normal blaster. So you can change to different modules for the blasters, which is actually something that the devs talked about in a commentary for this video that was shown after the Ubisoft event. They also said that Nyx, which is the creature over here, who in a second, I love how you can duck behind the cover and all that. Nyx goes and fetches a blaster from a fallen enemy, and Nyx is basically, in short terms, the BD1 of this game. So yeah, he can do anything, as you saw up there and here now. And then now you can pick up this other blaster. The combat looks great. We haven't seen like fist combat that's not like up close, but the blaster combat looks fine. And then they grapple up here with Y, and then here we are out into the open world. And this is just what gets me so excited. It's technically, they're considering it the first open world game if you don't count Star Wars Galaxies, but that was canceled a long time ago. So yeah, you fly out through here, and then the Pikes are chasing you through this area, which is probably a lot easier to get around on foot. I mean, on speeder, because there doesn't seem to be a lot to do. And then the game slows down, and you can target them and do that to get away. And then this is that's the commando droid talking. That's a Pike ship there. And see, look here. Pike Syndicate reputation has gone down because you just stole from the Pikes. So now that's going to affect your relationship in the game, and maybe it'll cause the Pikes to not trust you and not give you a job or go after you. But there's going to be reputations with the Hutts and another clan that they said they created just for the game. So there's a lot to happen. Now this is just one of the smaller settlements of the game, but it's very lively too. Basically the most lively thing besides the Skywalker saga, which is great. So yeah, there's just people hanging out. There's this creature And then in here, I'm sure we could translate that. If you want to see me translate those, I can. Because they probably, well, they might say something. Oh, goodness. I should try to become a translator without, like, because I should know some of these main words, but I don't. Oh, we got a Celestin. Got, Quarren. We've got, and there was a Ithorian. There's plenty of aliens. Yeah. And then a Trandoshan too. This is just a cutscene. She's going over to, I guess, the buyer, basically. There's just a hologram of people fighting. These are new characters. We haven't seen them before, so. So that's whatever she was stealing from the Pikes. It has some importance to the Empire, apparently, which is thriving at this time in between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. Graphics look good. So this is, you're gonna have decisions to bribe or not to bribe, like decisions like that throughout the whole game, and those are gonna affect your relationships with and reputations with the Empire and the syndicates and everything. And so this is gonna be a game that changes quite a bit. I'm sure the overall story will be the same for each player because it will be the canon story, but overall most of it is going to be up to you, and the world will change based on what you do. So it is still very open, even though you're following one character. Yeah, Tashar is the new main moon in the game, which the devs talked about quite a bit. It has a big capital city and savannas to explore. This is just one of the smaller cities. Now everyone's alerted of her presence, and then it shows up as wanted here. And this is the ship. I cannot remember the name of the ship from what the devs said, but it was a neat name. It was just it wasn't anything, well, I'm sure it'll be memorable as time goes on, but not memorable enough for me right now. You can see, like, north, east, west up here. I think this is the wanted on the Empire, showing that, and then you can go inside the ship. There's workbenches, and you can go over there, but here you go right into the cockpit. There's a creature flying up there. Not sure, maybe you could interact with those in some way, who knows. And then a cutscene takes place here, and we get to see some of the planet as they fly off. Not much though. And then it's pretty seamless going into space, which is nice, because this is basically, it's even better than the Skywalker Saga, but the Skywalker Saga was still pretty good at that, and it just blends right into the atmosphere. Then I'm so glad we have space and space combat, unlike, like, you know, Jedi Survivor and stuff. And that look, yeah, and the enemies are pretty simple to take down, but there's probably going to be quite a few of them. We can even see the shields activate there. Now, I don't see whoever's playing this doing many barrel rolls or things like that, but I'm sure you can do that. There looks to be plenty of weapons you can use, and when you're ready, you use the hyperdrive. And then Akiva, I don't think we've heard of that place either. And then a Gazanti cruiser comes and releases more ties, so they go away from that and then launch into hyperspace, which is just great. And then you'll see here that the danger, I guess, of the Empire near is going away. And then they escape the Empire. They're in orbit over Akiva. And there's like some asteroids and stuff. And then there's just a cutscene here where she gives him one of those. I wonder what the importance is. We might never find out in the game, but this commander droid also helps her throughout the mission with one of the biggest heists in the Outer Rim too. So is in the description. And yeah, this looks like it's going to be really fun. It looks really promising. So now we get some shots of other worlds. This could be that Akiva place, but we don't really know. It doesn't exactly look like it from what the planet from space looked like. We've got Tatooine as probably a full open world Tatooine, which, I mean, maybe we won't go to like Mos Eisley, maybe we'll go to other places like Bastine and Mos Pelgo and other cities on the place, but I'm sure we'll be able to go through the desert too. So that's going to be neat to finally get something like that. I was just recently basically thinking of a game like this, and then there's an ATST here, and this reminds me of Project Ragtag, which had you get chased through an ATST on Tatooine, chased through an alleyway by an ATST on Tatooine. The thing is, though, that actually people who were working on Ragtag actually are working on a different game for Lucasfilm Games right now, which is probably basically a reboot of Project Ragtag, which never got released, but maybe they took this idea from there, or it's just cool because it's an ATST. This is Kijimi from The Rise of Skywalker, so that's neat. It was a very crime-ridden world, so that'll be cool to see what the Empire's doing there, and overall in the game how the Empire is dealing with the syndicates and how the syndicates are rising to power. Because we saw like Frozen Han in the trailer and Jabba, and we also saw Canto Bite from The Last Jedi in the trailer. So that's cool. Yeah, here we get to see them walking on Kijimi. Maybe we'll get to see Babu Frick. Who knows? This is the original world. This could be Coruscant, but I highly doubt it. But still, just look at, there's plenty going on. That actually Celestin looks kind of familiar. But then there's this new creature here. There's some pikes. And then just on a speeder. Sneaking with this on a space station. So it looks like she might have just landed or hitched a ride. Straight from space, she might have just landed in here. And then is infiltrating this place. And then that's it. Just a dogfight after that. So yeah, it looks, it has a lot of potential. If this game fails, who knows what, that could be devastating for Star Wars games. But if it's a success, then that'll open a whole new door for Star Wars games. So the future of Star Wars games kind of lies on this game. And I have faith. I think it looks good. Like the fact that it's open world is going to help it a bunch and makes it so much more interesting. Because we really have never gotten something like this for Star Wars, especially with modern gameplay and graphics. You can see enemies on the screen, and blaster stuff, and speeder, and there's plenty to do, plenty for the combat. It looks really good. I wonder how many planets there are. We've seen think 4 or 5 planets already in this. Because Kijimi, Tatooine, the main world, this place, and actually maybe even 6. If Akiva isn't the same as... If Akiva and this world are separate, then that's 6. And if this world and this one, which I think they are the same, but if they're separate, then that would even be 7. So it looks like there's going to be plenty to do. But the worlds look very immersive. Like, there's just people doing things in the worlds. Yeah, this looks great. So I can't wait. And to see where this goes, and there's going to be more on the game. I know some people are going to get to play it, I think, and it's going to be at Comic-Con in July. I think that's a closed beta, though. I'm not sure if that's something you can actually, like, if there's going to be new news, but yeah. So there's some creatures, there's droids, there's Trandoshan. It's very Star Wars-y. The environments just look great. So yeah, this is going to make or break Star Wars games, and I hope, at least from what I've seen, I think it's going to make them, especially with Nyx. So I hope you have enjoyed this breakdown. If you want me to do more about this game, like, if you want to see more. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll have plenty more on the channel soon, and if there's something else that you notice that I missed that you want me to cover in a different video, just tell me and I can do that. Tell me in the comments. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys soon.